Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft. Today I'm going to be unboxing this Airtac cap firing grenade. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do like and subscribe because you're really helping my channel grow and helping me to get seen by the YouTube algorithms. So today I've got an unboxing then of a product from Airtac. I've done one of their products before, the TSG Mini, the Thunder Snap Mini, which uses the little Thunder Snap bangers. Unfortunately, those had to be pulled just because there's some legality issues around the bangers themselves. Not the grenades, the TSGs were fine, but the actual bangers, the charges themselves are questionable and I think reclassified under law and things, which is fine and understandable. But I did like that product. It was a 3D printed grenade. So we've got this time a cap firing grenade. So I am sure as a child, you know, as I once was, oddly enough, we all had cap guns that used these little caps here. So they either had the paper rolls or you got these little circle of 8 caps that you would have in a little pistol of some variety, and you'd walk around pretending to shoot everybody and anybody. So these use that exact premise. So this is their cap firing grenade. And at the minute, these are retailing for about £20 or for £20 with a free molly mount as well, which I'll discuss in a few moments. They come in 5 different colours. So I've gone for red. They've got like yellow and blue and black as well on there. So you obviously can go for nice bright colours that are easy to spot. Perfect for CQB because they use the caps as well. They are technically legal for under 18-year-olds to use as well. So obviously my son in theory could have a few of these and run around just posting them through doors and round corners and things. So these are made by Airtac in collaboration with Vincent Martin as well. So we'll have a look at it. So we've got the device itself. Now that is very securely in this molly mount, which we'll detach and look at it in a second. And it comes as a package with the molly mount. Really nice and solid, really light as well. So I could see myself having, you know, a few of these attached to my belt kit somewhere, just easy to grab. So you're just gonna grab it and pull it, and you can see that it takes a little bit of sort of firmness to get it out of that hold. It's not gonna just drop out easily. So we've then got the molly mount itself, which is a clip with this extending part here. Now this is quite clever, quite well thought out. So this clip here sits under the top here, and the top is the strike head. This is what's going to cause the cap to bang when it goes off. So it slots in there and sits really nicely and securely. I find that if I get do that again, if I get a finger under both sides and pull it like that, it will come out much more easily and pop out, and that will fit in molly. So I believe by the looks of it, the easiest way to fit it would be to undo the screw initially, slide that up under 2 molly strips, and then put the screw back in and tighten it back down, and it's not going to go anywhere. You know, that itself, there's very little flex or bend in that. It's nice and solid. I'm happy with that. So the cap itself there, or the grenade itself, the way this works is as this bangs in, and it's got a wobble head, so anywhere that it bangs will be enough to strike the cap in the bottom. And the cap itself goes in the bottom here on this screw. So as you can see in the top there, as I push that down, that protrudes in, it compresses the cap onto this screw and it pops. And the screw is just mounted into there and secured down with a nut and a bolt there. Now there are 2 ways that you can fire this, and this is advertised on their website, which I will link to below. The first way is just a single cap. So I found that with these, which I've got for very cheap, which I'll discuss in a minute, I can just twist one off easily. I put it onto the middle bit and then screw it in. A few seconds and it's loaded. And then all I need to do is post it and drop it and make sure that it generally largely hits on the head itself, and it'll strike the cap, which we'll look at it in a second. The second way of firing it then, which this will give you a nice crack out of that one, is you can also get a little bit of a flame effect. Now here's where, unfortunately, I do apologise Airtac, I didn't read the web page quick enough. I was a little bit overexcited when this arrived on the day. So basically, it does say on one of their pages that SWAT super ring is greater than wick. Now I've sort of not acknowledged what that's meant and gone, what? That doesn't make any sense. And I should have spent a little bit longer just reading that. So the wick ones, basically, if you want the sort of 8-shot effect, These wick ones don't work, mostly because they don't fit in here properly to do it properly, and they end up compressed and funny, and they don't sit right. The other brand, which is Super Ring, I think also known as SWAT, I believe as well, is a little bit smaller in outer diameter, and they will sit in there, and when that gets sparked off, they all get sparked off at the same time. So you effectively get a little bit of a flame effect coming out of the bottom there, almost a little bit more like you would expect from a traditional BFG or something like that. So unfortunately I can't show that because Pheas has been a little bit hasty and rushed into buying something without reading properly. So Airtac, I do apologise that I didn't read that properly. That's not on you, that's on me. So what I'll do now is I'll show you this in use, being dropped, and then we'll come back and look at it a little bit further. So you saw there a few drops of it, and that basically, as long as it largely goes mostly on its head, it's going to spark the grenade off. What I did do, and I'll show you now, is that one's not fired yet, so I'll put this in. This has been through, I'll just show you this. So this was brand new today, and I have put probably about 30 caps through this already, and there is only a little bit of dirt in there. There's not much in there, and it easily just cleans up and freshens back up. So, you know, longevity wise, I am not concerned that this is going to sort of burn out or break anytime soon. It's, you know, it's a really reliable system that they seem to have built. So in terms of dropping it then, I found about 2 feet is the best. So in my kitchen, on my kitchen table, so a little bit, nothing, a little bit higher, nothing. My phone is probably just over 2 feet up from the table, so the cap is just here at the side. Missed. And again, oh my days. There we go. So probably 2.5 feet is enough to strike that off. Obviously that is the kind of height that you're going to be, oh, that smell's coming through of old cap guns. I love that smell. It's very nostalgic. So all you do is then to reload, is just pull that back out. There it is, all used. That gets thrown away. Grab another one, and I found that it's quite easy to just twist them off. Now, to save myself time and effort, I could have just had a little tub. Even these little tubs that they come in, I could have just cut a load up and just tipped one out of the tub, put it in, screwed the cap back on, and I could probably run several of these quite easily and happily, just because they are so light and so easy to reload. In terms of floor, you are going to need a firm surface. They're not going to go off particularly well on softer surfaces. If it is a drier day, you know, like we found with the Atoms and Thundersnap grenades, if it's a drier day and you've got sort of firm, really quite firm and dry flooring in the woodland, and it's not going on to anything soft, you might actually be able to get away with it. I wouldn't advise generally sort of launching these at people. You know, you're going to have to sort of underarm them and get the head down. The head generally seems to carry more weight than the rest of the body. So, you know, because of the screw in there, it is going to pull it down and pull it down towards the floor, hopefully to get that impact, successful impact, and go off. But they are quite easy to reload, really quick. You know, they're dead tiny, and the bright coloured ones, really I should have gone for bright yellow lid, but I thought with the red in the logo, I'd go for sort of matching to me a little bit. And the fact that it also comes with a molly mount as well, so I'm not having to worry about putting it in a pouch or anything, or carrying it in a dump pouch or anything like that, you know, is really handy. But likewise, because of this holder, if I wanted to, I could in theory basically take the screw out, take the mount out, and I could just leave it with the holder on in a pouch, grab hold of the holder, pull the grenade out and throw it round a corner and go. You know, if you know me, I love an airsoft gadget, and this really is right up my street. This kind of thing, small, light, easy to just post through, small gaps through in walls and things like that, just to help you clear out areas and rooms, particularly if you're going to play a lot of CQC. It's not overly loud that you're going to hurt somebody's ears, because, you know, nobody likes that sort of thing. It's light enough to carry it. They're quick and easy to reload. You know, my BFG, don't get me wrong, I love my 9mm BFG, but having to get it, you know, keeping hold of the pin, pushing the plunger back down, resetting the pin, putting a 9mm blank in it, screwing back in, it's effort. You know, it takes me a while, particularly if I'm mid-game. I've got to take my gloves off. It's a bit fiddly to do. These, I'm pretty sure I can do this with a glove on. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to get my gloves and we're going to test that theory. So I've got my gloves and we can take a look then. So I'll drop that back in its holder. So it's in my molly. Straight away, I've got that out easy enough. Taking the end off. Pretty easy, get that off. A little bit fiddly. Getting the cap itself onto the screw. But that's on now. In it goes. Screw it in. Bang it. Perfect. Let's reload it. Cap off. Next one, you see, I think I would have prepared these, or you would have thought I'd have prepared these a little bit better earlier. This is the only bit that I can say, there we go. That snapped off. Back in there. And that is pretty damn quick and easy to do, even with gloves on mid-firefight. So I'm pretty happy with that. So if you're looking for something that's not massively loud and very cheap, which I paid $2.99 for this tube at a local toy store. So you've got 5 boxes. Each box has got 48 shots in. So we'll open the wrap in a little bit. So if you're happy, just run it on a single cap at a time, which to be fair, I would anyway. I think it suits me. So you've got in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings in there. So you've got 48 reloads per thing. £3 for 5 of those tubs. That is a hell of a lot of sort of grenades going off for very, very cheap. And all that's cost you is £20. I actually think I'm probably going to go back and get a couple more, particularly if I do start playing some more CQB. I'm going to remove that. The beauty of this as well is like my BFG, because it's the timer base and it's like the plunger system, you've got to sort of leave it uncompressed between game days and things, otherwise you basically bugger up the internal systems. This could be quite happily just left and safely left in its holder with a cap in, and it's not going to hurt or do anything at all. So I am thoroughly impressed with that. I'm really glad I've picked one up. Airtac, well done. This, you know, and Vincent Martin, I really like that. I think he's a great little piece of kit. So I hope you found that useful. If you have enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe, because you're going to really help my channel grow. Make sure to go over and check out what Airtac are doing, because they've got some fantastic products on there of all different sorts, and they've got a BFG coming soon as well, which I'm really excited to see and get our whole hands on. So I will see you next time, guys. Bye.